Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about 36 random things that I use almost every single day. These are things that are not like makeup or clothes, things that I don't necessarily talk about, but I still use every single day, so I think they're worth mentioning. I got this idea from Jen M. She did a similar video. I'll link it down for you guys. So let's get into it. So number one are Lululemon leggings. I literally live in these. I wear them when I work out, I wear them when I lounge around the house. My favorites are definitely the Align leggings. What I like about the Align leggings is that they're not shiny, there's not like that spandexy look to them, they're just super comfortable. I also do have a couple other pairs as well. They also last really well, and even if you do have issues, I have gotten them replaced and fixed by Lululemon before, so they have a really good warranty as well. Number two is my iPad. I never saw myself using it so much, but then I just started integrating it more and more into my life, and it's something that I do use almost every single day. I use it whenever I'm doing workouts, YouTube video workouts, or now that I have the Peloton app, I'll use that as well. My iPad I also use as a second screen. If I'm doing my bullet journal, I'll have like video going and the inspiration photo. I also loved it when I was traveling. I would bring my iPad with me instead of my laptop, and I could watch videos, I could play music, I could read books on it. I also like to use it when I'm cooking, so instead of printing out the recipe, I'll just have my iPad sitting on the counter. It is something that I definitely get a lot of use out of. Okay, and speaking of Peloton, number three is definitely the Peloton app. Since I started using it, I've definitely converted and I absolutely love it. And I really don't think you need to get the Peloton bike. I think the app is where it's at. Just the way that the interface works, it's so much easier to look on there for classes instead of having to go on YouTube and search around. I've definitely found the instructors that I like, so I'll do some of their classes. I do mainly the strength classes and the cycling classes, and yeah, I definitely see myself continuing to use it as long as all of the gyms are closed. I really do enjoy it. And if I'm not using the Peloton app, I'm going for a run, and after my run I always like to use my massaging stick. I don't know what you would call this. There's definitely a name for it. So this is similar to using a foam roller, except for it is handheld. You like hold it in your hands and then you roll it over the areas that you want. So this is really good for me because I get shin splints when I run, so I can use this to roll out my shins because it's a little awkward to roll your shins on a foam roller. So this helps so much with shin splints. You can also use this on other parts of your body as well, like for your shoulders and stuff. I definitely recommend it if you are someone who really likes to work out. Having this as well as a foam roller is really helpful. Next, this is something I didn't buy but like use because my mom bought all of them, is the Krill dinnerware. So my mom absolutely loves these, and because of that I use it every single day. We have the Krill plates in a bunch of different sizes. We have the bowls in different sizes. It's just something that we use all of the time. And we get the flat white. White is really nice because, you know, it kind of goes with everything, and it's dishwasher safe, so it's easy to put in the dishwasher. It lasts really well. It's plain and simple. If you're looking for some dinnerware but you don't want anything really fancy, you just want something plain and white, definitely check out Krill. Another thing I take every single day are my vitamins. Definitely consult with your doctor about what vitamins you should take, but these are the ones that I personally take. So I take a Biotin. It's good for your hair, skin, and nails. An iron and B12 supplement. They are combined. Then I take apple cider vinegar. If you didn't know, it does come in pill form, and I highly recommend taking it over taking it like a shot or like diluted in a glass of water. You don't really like taste it, but you still get the benefits. And then I take a Calucium&D. So yeah, these are the vitamins I take every single day. Next, I've gotten into the habit during the pandemic of having a cup of tea in the morning because I don't drink coffee. My tea of choice is the Tetley Earl Grey vanilla. I find that the vanilla just adds just like a little touch of sweetness, just adds a little something, and it gives me that little bit of caffeine. Honestly, I don't notice a huge difference. I've kind of drank it so much that I don't get a huge caffeine rush, but I definitely notice it when I don't drink it. And speaking of drinking my tea, one of my favorite cups are these clear mugs that I have. We actually had a different set and then we broke both of them recently. And then we got this new set by, I think it's called Appareil. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'll link them down below. I'm gonna link everything down below, by the way. And yeah, they're really nice. I like using the clear glass because you can see through what you're drinking. It's really nice if you're drinking a latte, so you can like see the layers. And the way it's like insulated, because it's insulated glass, the outside of it stays cool even if the inside is really hot. And you can drink hot or cold drinks in this mug. So I have to do my workout, I have my breakfast, it's time to have a shower, and a couple of my shower essentials besides my hair care. So I got the Bath & Body Works shower gel back at Black Friday because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna treat myself because they're kind of a little expensive, but I decided to treat myself, and honestly they last forever. I just finished the one that I opened in November just this past month, so it's lasted me like 6 months, so it's definitely worth it if you think about it that way. I bought 2 and now I'm using my second one that I bought at Christmas. I absolutely love the scent. I'm definitely a big like scent person, so I like to use something that smells good. So yeah, it's just something that just brings me joy. Another thing that is definitely just more of like a bring joy type of thing is that I have this like head scrubber. I don't know how to describe it. It has these like plastic spikes. They're not like very hard, they're like rubbery, and you use it to help massage your scalp. I know that they say it helps like promote cleaning and getting rid of buildup, but honestly I just like using it because it feels really nice. I've always been someone who really likes my like nails into my scalp when I'm massaging it, so this kind of is easier. Instead of having to use my hands, I can just use my scrubby thing to scrub all over. And yeah, I couldn't tell you if I noticed a difference with buildup. It just feels really nice to use it. And then one more shower essential is a shaving lotion. When I was in high school, I would just either use like a bar of soap or I would use conditioner. And while it does work, it's not as effective as using a shaving lotion. Shaving lotion really lathers up, and it's nice because of the lather you can see where you've shaved. It also does help like moisturize your legs as well. I know some people say you could use conditioner, but I use so much conditioner because I have curly hair that like I'd rather not use my conditioner, especially because it's really not that expensive. I always get the shaving lotion when it's on sale, so it'll only be like $3 and it'll last like at least a month, if not longer. It all depends on how often you shave your legs. And I get really good smelling ones, so it's a fun experience to use it. So if you haven't tried a shaving lotion and you like to shave your legs, definitely check it out. Right, the next product I mentioned when I did my curly hair routine, but I love using this like hair towel wrap. I don't know what it's called. It's a towel that's specially designed for your hair. It has a little button and loops, that way you can twist it and it'll stay in place. And this is great if you have curly hair because like popping is a really big thing, but even if you don't have curly hair, it's so nice to be able to put your hair up and have it secure, because using a regular towel is definitely not as secure. And also if you have long hair too, I find that sometimes regular towels might not be long enough to be able to get all of the hair in. So I've been using one of these since I was a child. As long as you have like somewhat long hair, I definitely think it's worth it to check it out. After I finish getting ready for the day, it's time to sit and start doing some work. And obviously my number one thing that I use every single day is my bullet journal. It is my life. I've always been a planner, but the bullet journal has kind of just like consolidated a lot of things for me. I've always been a creative person as well. I've always liked drawing, so it also it gives me a creative outlet for me. So if you don't know what a bullet journal is, it's basically just like hand drawing your own planner, and you can do tons of different spreads. It doesn't have to be as colorful as mine. Trust me guys, if you are intimidated by all the bright and colorful ones, it does not have to be like that. Bullet journal, it is my life. And speaking of bullet journal, I have 2 supplies that I absolutely love. For markers, I love the Tombow ones. I've had the pastel set for a while, and then my brother got me this like tropical one. They're really fun colors. What I like is that they're dual ended. So there's one that has a big fat brush tip, so you can do like lettering or like shade in big areas, and the other one has like a finer tip, which is good for detailing. And yeah, there's so many different colors. They are a little expensive, and you could also buy them individually too. Like I have the black, gray, and an orange color that I bought individually as well. And then for stickers are really great if you're not as artistic to use. My favorite sticker brand is hands down the Happy Planner. I do have other stickers, but those are my favorites. And I just love them because there's so many different themes, and the stickers within the packs come in a variety of sizes. So you can have bigger ones, you can have smaller ones, you can put in different areas. I buy like seasonal ones, I've bought like student ones. So there's just so many different stickers, and they're just really fun to use. I like stickers, so if you're ever looking for planner stickers, that is my favorite brand. One of my top things that I use all the time, and I wish I actually knew when I was in university, is Grammarly. If you don't know what Grammarly is, it is an app slash website that basically checks your grammar, and it is a step above your normal spell check, because for example, I use this for all my blog posts, and if I have mistakes, it's not foolproof, so please excuse that, but it does definitely help me catch mistakes if I don't use it. So I'll write my blog post and they'll put it into Grammarly, and Grammarly checks for spelling. You know how you can like spell a word correctly but it's the wrong use of the word? It can let you know that you're using the wrong use of the word, so that's really great. I always use the wrong perform and preform. That was a classic one that I always get wrong. It also does grammar as well. It's not perfect, but it is a lot better, and it just like helps me double check my grammar. Like I said, I wish I had this in university because spelling and grammar has always been my weakness. And also you can install it into your browser, so I have it installed into Chrome, so I can use it on different websites as well. So like for example, it's built in, so if I'm composing an email, Grammarly will pop up. You are writing anything, use Grammarly. And then when I'm not writing, I'm filming YouTube videos. So one of the best things that I got for myself is a new tripod. Now I have 3 different tripods. I have a mini one, which is the first one I got. I have a desk one, which basically clamps into your desk. That one is really good for doing my bullet journal. And then finally I have my newest one. Like what I really like about this one is that it has a lot of levels to go up and down. So it's taller than my mini one, but it could go all the way up to about like chest height, which is perfect if I was doing say like an outfit shot or something like that. The top thing turns, which is really great. If I'm filming YouTube videos, I'm filming horizontal, versus if I'm filming reels or TikToks, I'm filming vertical, so I'm able to change that. There's so many heights. It's just a really good tripod. And also my parents got me a ring light for my birthday as well, so I can also screw in the ring light to this tripod. So if you need a tripod for something, I highly recommend this one. I'll link it down below. If I'm not on video, music is playing in the background. Spotify is my best friend, and I like that not only can I create my own playlist, but I can also listen to a lot of other playlists. Spotify playlists are amazing. Like my favorite is Throwback Thursday. Every single Thursday they create a new theme for their Throwback Thursday playlist. And like throwbacks are like some of my favorite to listen to. So I actually get excited every single Thursday what the new playlist is gonna be. It's the little things in life, guys. But also I can create all my own playlists as well. Yes, Spotify is my favorite. I use it all of the time. And I like that there's no ads and I can skip through as much as I want. Switching it back a little bit to work stuff. I have a favorite pen. Yes, I am that type of person. This is it. It's actually a very big pen. It is bigger than the standard pen, but I do like it. I find it fits more comfortably in my hand to have the bigger one. Also, I have a writer's bump, and also I hold my pen weirdly. So having this like gel thing on it is really nice. This is a gel pen, so it works really smoothly. And yeah, this is the Bic Velocity 1 6.6. Yeah, these are my favorite pens. I discovered them in 3rd year of university, and it's what I used all throughout university for all of my notes when I was studying, and even now. I'm a big note writer, and that leads into my favorite notepads. I use notepads for everything, and Indigo has some of my favorites. When I was in university, I used the 5-star 5 subjects, but I don't need 5 subjects anymore, so I just use the ones from Indigo. They're really pretty covers, and I like the hard covers because they don't like bend or anything like that. They're lined, and yeah, I just use notebooks for like everything under the sun. So Indigo notebooks are my fave. So I mentioned this earlier, but I love scent. I love good smelling things. So this shouldn't be a surprise that when I'm doing work, I always have something that smells good going on. So I'm a big candle person, and makes me sad because I actually don't have any right now. I ordered some and they haven't arrived yet, but yes, I normally always have a candle burning. Bath & Body Works candles are some of the best, if you ask me, mainly because they're 3-wick and they just burn really evenly, and the scents are generally really strong. Even though I love strong, like, smelling stuff, I actually have a really bad sense of smell, so because of that I like really strong things. So Bath & Body Works are strong enough for me to smell, but I also do like to support local companies, so I also have ordered a bunch of candles from local companies. I'll link a couple down below. If I don't have a candle burning, then another thing I like to use is my wax melter. But basically, if you have any leftover wax in your candle, that you could use a wax warmer. So that is something that I love, because that's the only thing about Bath & Body Works candles. I definitely find there's always like half an inch left at the bottom, and some other candle brands as well. So it's a really good way to make sure you get your money's worth out of your candle. You can also buy packs of wax melts as well. And then finally, I also do have an essential oil diffuser as well. Mine is from Sage, I believe. Especially if I have a bit of a sinus headache, because the like steam is helpful. So yeah, if I ever have like a head cold or something like that, I'll put some eucalyptus or some that are specially designed for colds, lavender in, and going to sleep with it is really nice. Especially if you do want to like go to sleep, it's better than burning a candle. You should not burn a candle in sleep. So yeah, that's another way that I like to add smells to my room. Okay, next up, I'm actually shocked, but my Walmart slippers are amazing, but I didn't think I would love them as much as I do. But I'm not really much of a sock person. In the winter I will wear socks, but most of the time I'd rather like not wear socks and just go bare feet, but my feet do get cold. So I like wearing slippers because it's like you're barefoot, but you're also not barefoot. Especially because the ones that I have, they're more like slides, so they got like the open toe, and they're fuzzy, and they also wash in the washing machine. I've had a pair of slippers before that I threw them in the washing machine and they were toast. So these ones, once they get a little smelly, a little funky, I can throw them in the washing machine and they're still good as new. Okay, so if you didn't know, I love Starbucks. Starbucks chai tea lattes are my absolute favorite thing, and because of the pandemic I can't go and get as many, also for my wallet's sake. So xoxo chai is like my life. So xoxo is actually what they do use at Starbucks. It's just a concentration that they sell versus what they have in store is slightly different. So like, trust me guys, I've tried so many different ways. I cannot get it exactly like how they do it at Starbucks, but it is the closest thing that I've got to making my own chai tea latte at home. So, and it's good hot and cold. I definitely find though that I need to sweeten it a little bit, but also I have the biggest sweet tooth ever. So yes, and you can find them all over the place. You can get them at most grocery stores, or you can also order them on Amazon. And with my lattes, I like to use my Breville milk frother. This one is one of the best. It's really big, so you can like froth milk for like up to like 3 people. It contains a lot. The only issue I have is that the minimum amount is like a lot, so it's kind of hard to make like a smaller latte, but it froths milk absolutely amazingly. It also does cold foam, so it's really great. I make like hot chocolate in it, and I like to make my matcha lattes in it as well. It's just a really good milk frother if you're looking for one. Okay, next up, this might be really random, but my Anthropologie coaster is something I use every single day. So here's my coaster. Like I said, I have like teas or like water or drinks just like on my table, on my desk all the time, and they can leave condensation rings or marks or whatever. So having a coaster is nice, especially because my table is white, so you like see it. The only thing is that sometimes it can be hard to find like one coaster, and I don't need a pack of 4. I got this one from Anthropologie. It is like marble, and it's got like oyster shell or something in it, and it's really pretty and out for Leah. I use it every single day. It's very helpful. Okay, it's the end of the day, time to wind down. Some of the things I really like to use is I have this huge blanket. So it is a queen size blanket, so it is huge. You could wrap yourself all the way around and be completely covered. There's nothing worse than having a blanket that isn't like big enough and your like toes are sticking out or your shoulders are sticking out. So this is big, it is fuzzy, it wraps me completely. This is a type of blanket that if I was like going on a sleepover at someone's house, this is what I would bring with me, like that blanket and a pillow. It's also because it's thick enough so I wouldn't be like too cold or anything like that. And yeah, I'm a big blanket person. Get yourself a big oversized blanket. Next, something I've just been using all the time is my Nintendo Switch. I'm really happy that I did decide to finally get one. Well, technically me and my brother bought it and we share it. Play on it, I would say like most days, unless it's a really busy day. I don't play it. Maybe like once the pandemic's over, I might not use it as much, but because we are in lockdown, I've been using it every single day. I really enjoy it. I've always been someone who does enjoy playing video games to like de-stress, but I'm very like particular in my video games. But yeah, as soon as the pandemic started, I was playing Sims. I played Stardew Valley for a while, and then now that I got the Switch, Animal Crossing has been my life. I also play Pokemon as well. Yeah, I just really enjoy it. If you've been on the fence about buying one, I would say totally get it. So this is like pretty niche, but if you're into embroidery or cross stitching, get yourself a pair of mini scissors and tweezers. I use these every single time I'm doing my cross stitch because obviously once you finish a thread, you need scissors to get the thread. So having mini scissors just like allows you to get in there instead of having a big pair. And tweezers, I think especially is the like odder thing. I find that when I'm tying the knots, especially if I'm near like the end of the thread and there isn't a lot of thread left, it could be hard to tie the knots. I don't even have very long nails, but sometimes they're just a little too long or it's hard to get in there. So having tweezers kind of allows me to get in and get those threads and pull the knots and not have to worry about not being able to do it with my nails. Okay, time to take off my makeup. The two things that I'm using are scrunchies and reusable cotton rounds. I love scrunchies. Once I started using scrunchies, I like never went back to regular hair ties. The only time I use regular hair ties is if I go in the water because scrunchies are not necessarily like waterproof. So scrunchies are just so much better. They damage your hair a lot less. I mean, as you can see, I got lots of baby hairs and damage because I wear my hair up a lot, but it does help minimize it. And also, especially if you have curly hair, it is a lot softer on the curls and they can be just so cute. I have so many different ones. I have velvet ones, I have more like jersey material, I've got like different patterns like plaids and daisies, and it can either be an accessory or you can just use like a black one and you like don't even notice it. But yeah, scrunchies are my life. And then after I put my hair up in a scrunchie, I remove my makeup and I like to use reusable cotton rounds. It is something that like once I made this switch, it just made so much more sense. I like to use cotton rounds to remove my makeup, even like not wearing a lot of makeup. And also I use it for my toners. So I have two different ones, and I have to say that getting a black set is way better. The white after a while just gets like a little dingy, especially if you're using it to remove mascara, versus the black you don't notice it whatsoever and you don't have to like fight to get rid of stains. The only thing that I still use cotton rounds for is removing nail polish. It just brought my consumption down a lot more. So you might not know this, but I am a big pop fan. One of those things, I know it's not necessarily the most healthy thing for you to have, but I do really enjoy a nice can of Coke. And one of the best things ever is that they now have mini cans. It's literally a life changer, because I often found that if I would have like a can of Coke, but about like halfway through I was kind of like done, I was like, oh, this is like a lot, but then I don't want to waste it, so I finish it. Versus a mini can allows me to like just like satiate my craving, but it's not a lot. So if you're someone who's into drinking pop as a treat or whatever, getting the mini cans of Coke, I know they have like other pops as well, but like Coke is like my addiction. So yeah, having the mini cans, definitely a life changer. Okay, next up is this app called Bassimo. It was originally called Underline, and it is like a reading tracking app. It's one of those things where it's just like, you don't necessarily need it, but I downloaded it and I just really enjoy using it. It helps like track your reading. But what I like the most is not like my like overall reading, but like more on a like minute level, that like you'll start the app when you start reading and then you'll stop it, and it will tell you like after you've read a couple of times, based on your like reading rates, like how much you have to read every single day to be able to finish, like to complete your goal. So for example, for me, I have to read around an hour every single day to be able to reach my goal of 50 books this year. So I really like that. I also like too that I can see how long it took me to finish a book. And it's interesting too, because like obviously there's like kind of like my average, but then like if I really liked a book, then it might be shorter. If I don't like a book, it'll be like longer. So I like enjoying that side of the app. But you can also use it to like annotate and write notes. Yeah, it's just something that I started using and I got into the habit, and now I use it every single time that I read. You know, it's the end of the day, time to put my phone away. Having a long phone charger is a game changer. My outlet is really far away from the edge of my bed, and having a long phone charger means that I don't have to get out of bed to be able to charge my phone. Don't have an Apple one. I just bought it at Winners and it does the job. And then finally, it is the end of the day and I'm about to go to sleep. It's time for me to put on a sleep story. I know the Calm app is really popular for meditating, but I'm not much of a meditator. I've kind of like tried it but never like stuck with it, but sleep stories has literally made such a difference for me. I got it back in university when I wasn't really reading before bed, and I often found that I struggled because I would really be on my computer like all day, and then I would like watch TV before bed and then go to bed. At least I like was watching TV, not in bed, but I would go to bed and I would be so wired, and I needed something to help kind of like calm my brain down. I always listen to music, but I found that sometimes that wasn't very effective. So I decided to try the app because I don't even know how I heard about it. I just heard about it somewhere and I decided to try it, and it worked. I would listen to those stories and within like 5-10 minutes I would be like fast asleep. So now I use it every single night. They're basically kind of like podcasts or stories, but the way that they're narrated is that the narrators just have really soothing voices. If you struggle to fall asleep, highly recommend checking out. They also have like guided meditations for sleep. If I'm ever like really struggling to fall asleep, those are really good because they like guide you through taking deep breaths and like relaxing your body, and that will like put me to sleep if I'm really struggling. And that's it, guys. Oh My god, I talked for so long. I thought this was gonna be such a fast video, and here we are 36 things later. I'm really sorry if this video is really long, but hopefully it's interesting. You guys got a bunch of random recommendations from me. Let me know down in the comments below if you've used any of these things on the daily as well. What are some of the things that you use on an everyday basis? I'm really curious to see what you guys say. And if you want, maybe in a couple of months I can do another one of these, kind of show you a couple other things that I use on the daily. And yeah, please like this video guys if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of the other videos. That is it for today's video, and I'll see you in another one super soon. Bye!